Ceylin Legs Media. You know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up.
Yeah. What's up? Ceylin Legs Media. There it is. A little bit of ambience. Ceylin Legs Media. My name is Ines Luby. Thank you for tuning in. As you see, we got Peter Sagan. We're talking about Peter Sagan. He said he just wants to finally enjoy something in cycling. So he's retiring from road, racing the road, and he's going to go back to his roots, which is mountain biking. So he says he's going back to mountain biking, and he says he's noticed some like major changes in the way that they race, and like the short track wasn't there. I remember when I started racing, I probably started racing before Peter Sagan. There was no short track. There was just like cross country, and downhill was the thing. But it's just it's massively changed, and I totally agree with him. And he says he wants to qualify for the Olympics, and he wants to go out in the Olympic year. So he didn't do so well in the last World Cup that they had. He finished 37th in the short track and 63rd in the long version of the cross country. So yeah. And the thing that I've noticed that's changed from back in the day is that the courses are way gnarlier today. The jumps are bigger. The rock gardens are literally riding through mountains. The sand has always been the sand, but yeah, it's definitely a lot different. So I would agree with him that it has changed a lot. But he also went on to say that he has about 9 events, and he has to basically rack up enough UCI points so that he can actually get to the Olympics. Because you just don't get to the Olympics just because you want to get to the Olympics. There's a criteria, and everyone has to meet it. Because if there was no criteria, you would have every country sending Tom, Dick, and Harry to all of the events and all the Olympics, and everything will be full. Yeah, it will be a mess. So Peter said he's going to work hard towards going to qualify for this Olympics, and he's going to see how it goes. So that's Peter Sagan, and let's get on to the next story. Peter Sagan just wants to finally enjoy something in cycling. I agree, Peter. You're one super cool guy. Never got to meet you yet, but yeah, I agree. Yes, and our next story, Lars van der Haar. So I watched this race. This was a really good race. It was a really tough race. It was really difficult. And this little section that they're on here, it's a really narrow. It's probably about, I don't know, maybe 1.5 feet wide, less than half a meter. And it's pretty, like, it's not deep in mud, but the mud is really slippery and slick and stuff. So I don't think that Van der Haar slipped off or anything. He said after the race, because of because you have to steer so much, because the mud and everything is throwing you all types of ways. So you're counterbalancing gravity, the speed of your bike, and the mud and everything. So he said that's what actually pulled his shoulder out of place. It's something he's had for a while, and he actually just in the middle of the race, he just pulls over to the side and just like leans on his bike and just pops it out. The announcers were shocked. Everybody was like, and he did it like it was nothing, and it was pretty amazing to see. He said early, put that back. Sorry, he said early in the race that he didn't like this course. He wasn't favoring this course, so he wasn't really in the mood to ride this race anyway. So, but he still did ride the race, but eventually he dropped out of the race. I don't know if it was due to pain or he just because he wasn't in the race, he wasn't in the running. And this race, it really broke up, and unfortunately, for some guys it didn't finish. And then like for Cameron Mason, like right in the beginning of the race, his spokes got taken out of his wheel and he had to chase back. So it was a super tough race for him. So, but yeah, this was it this race or was it the UCI race? Then I might have the wrong race, I think it was the next race. Yeah, it wasn't this race. So sorry, Cameron Mason information is wrong. It was the next race. But anyway, let's see if we can just look at this video really quickly. See if we'll
Baby,
play.
you see, big crash, big coming together. Lars van der Haar looks like he might be hurt.
Oh dear, Lars
Looks like
van der Haar.
Is that a dislocated shoulder?
Ooh. Did he just pop his shoulder back in?
I think he might have.
So just like that, he just popped his shoulder back in. So anyway, that's Lars van der Haar. That's his story. And actually, the next day, so this day he didn't finish, but the next day he finished second. So I can't even remember the result from, because he either dropped out. He wasn't on the podium. Because on the podium, no, because it was a Spanish guy was in third, and it was won by who won the race? Wow, who won the race on Saturday? You watched the race, you posted it, and you can't remember who won the race. So I know the Spanish rider. Oh, Shrek was second, and Ali Izabi. Yeah, Ali Izabi won. So and Izabi, he didn't do too well the next day. So he had a good day at this race, but then he didn't do so well. And so it's weird. It's like Izabi and Lars van der Haar pretty much have been going against each other for quite some time. They've been like one on one with each other. So the day that van der Haar has a lot of problems and drops out, Ali Izabi wins, and the day that the day that Ali Izabi does doesn't do so good, van der Haar finishes on the podium. So it is what it is. So let's go. That's the next story. What else we got? Let's see. What's the next one? Yes, it's my favorite female rider, Ceylin del Carmen Alvarado. So this weekend there was it the something across? What is it? The something cross, market cross, the market cross. But anyway, it was the cross race. Oh my goodness, the Super Prestige. The series of the Super Prestige, which is coming out. Ceylin is actually leading, and she won that race. Basically, she rode away from everyone and just won the day. It was amazing. It was pretty spectacular to see. And then in Dendermonde, which is known as the Dender Monster because it's such a tough course, she pretty much did the same thing she did the day before. So everyone was wondering if she'll be able to repeat. But on the second day, she had a bit more of a challenge from Lucinda Brand, who was up on her wheel. And the other thing, there was no Van Van Empel, who usually shows up for the World Cup events, but there was no Van Van Empel this time around, and no Puck Peterson. But those girls also had a really busy schedules this year, so it's just that they're taking time off and recovering and regrouping and whatnot. So we'll see. We'll probably see Puck and Van Van Empel later in the year. So, but we got a couple like really good races coming up. So this weekend coming up, they're going to be in France, and then the following weekend they will be in Dublin. They'll be here in the they'll be in Ireland. So I don't know if Great Britain. Ireland doesn't like to be claimed as Great Britain as far as I know, but they'll be here on this side. It's a bit far from me. I wish I could say I'm gonna definitely go to it, but the World Cup then goes to Dublin, and then from Dublin to Italy to Val d'Isole for some snow cross, which is always exciting and interesting to watch. So we'll see what happens. So, but Ceylin del Carmen Alvarado, she had a really good race and literally ran away with the race. So the Dendermonde was definitely a more of a running course. And the funny thing is, like commentators were saying, like cyclocross when it first started, that's what it was about. That's why it's called cross, like cross country running and like cycling together. So it's supposed to be a mixture of the cross, the running, and the cycling. And like in most courses, there is not much running. Like they make you get off the bikes to maybe jump the plates, or maybe like a little steep something or some stairs that you have to run up, but there isn't much running. So when cyclocross first started, it was actually you had to be a good runner to compete. So, and that's what Alvarado yesterday, she literally just ran away from everybody. There was one moment, let me see if I could pull this moment up where she actually just ran away from everybody. So yeah, let's join it like right here. So I got the screen up. I just loaded it up anyway. Don't worry about me whether you can see me or not. Who cares? So as you can see in the picture, there's a small rider. I'm gonna make it bigger and just totally put me out of the thing. But as you can see, there's a rider there coming into the pits. That's Lucinda Brand. If you have a look, there's like literally nobody, in her draft, in her wake. And then what you're gonna see, I'm gonna just let it play. The difference that like being a complete cyclocross rider. So at the left, you see Carmen just got off of a bike and realizing like this is a waste of time. So she literally starts running. Lucinda Brand is still on her bike, slugging at maybe like just above jogging pace, if that, or walking pace. And here comes Carmen Alvarado. She literally left everybody, dropped everybody. Two girls are riding, and she literally just ran away from them. And in the process, she drops these two girls. One is Zoe Baxter from the UK, and the other, I believe is Man Becker. And she just runs right past Lucinda Brand. Up the stairs, and pretty much from this point on, the race was over. So this is basically like what cyclocross used to be about. It used to be about being able to do that run as well as have speed and be fit and all of that stuff. So yeah, that's Carmen Alvarado. So that's she's one of my favorite. She's probably my favorite female rider. And yeah, she just did an amazing job this weekend, and she's getting fitter and fitter. And she goes to all the races she represents. She makes sure that she doesn't miss anything. So I'm pretty sure she will do well in France, Dublin, and then in Italy, and then back to Belgium. So just look forward to see how she does this weekend in France. So that's Ceylin del Carmen Alvarado, and well done to her. Next story, what we got next? Stay tuned for my next story. The next video, I'm going to do a whole video on this one because I need to have a rant. But it says blaze the trails with the ultimate cannabis gear. What? Are you mad, boy? Are you mad, bruv? That just sounds insane to me. But anyway, I'm going to end this video on that note. And make sure you tune into the next one because I'm going to talk about this blaze the trails of the ultimate cannabis gear in cycling. Wow. Just wow. Anyway, let me be out. I was about to play some stupid sound, but I'm not going to do that. Let me just get this thing off my screen. I will see you guys on the next video where we're going to talk about this. Blaze the trails with the ultimate cannabis gear. Oh, my goodness. How far we have fallen.
Sever your legs media. You know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Thanks. We got lots of stuff coming up.